do the meeting while also watching Charlie. And so what I figured I would do is record some of the stuff that, and just give a 30,000 foot view a little bit, talk a little bit about things specific to Columbus, and then any questions that you all have, if you guys want to put it together and send to me in an email. I'll answer those questions tomorrow, and then you all can have the discussion that you have planned on anyway for tonight. So first off, I just want to say thank you for all the help over the course of the past year, and I apologize if my eyesight's not in line with the camera. I'm not very good at this, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Just want to say thanks for all your help over the course of the last year. It's been really incredible. The region as a whole, we've gotten over 7,500 actions. We had over 75 events. I know Stephanie, who's the grizzled veteran of the group, got over 100% to goal because of a lot of the events that she had scheduled. And I know that together as a team, Wonder Twins Activate and all that the three of you will do a great job in the new year. And so first off, I just want to give a little bit of a timeline, over the course of the next few months. And then talk a little bit about volunteer recruitment, volunteer retention, and the one-on-one campaign that's going to help with that. So first off, timeline. We don't expect a lot to happen in December. Congress is now out of session. The holidays are coming up. It's not a very easy time to do much in terms of organizing, and so we're just not going to. That said, this Friday there's going to be a toolkit that's going to drop. You'll get it in the one-on-one. It is some tips and tricks on how to do an effective one-on-one. I highly recommend that you all check it out, read it. There's going to be a fun video that's going to go with it on how to build relationships and how to build teams. So I would encourage you all to check that out. Identify, and the goal of that campaign is going to be that everyone has 6 meetings with folks who are either current volunteers, potential partners, groups of folks that we can work with to help get catalytic actions. And so toolkit and all that stuff will really go into more detail on it, but I would encourage you all to check that out. Then in January, February, those meetings will actually take place with the goal of helping you build your team and helping build relationships with people that are going to help you get stronger. And then March 8th is International Women's Day. And because Education for All didn't get done this Congress, it's likely that we're going to pull that back and work on that during that time period, both at the Power Summit itself, but also March 8th in district to put pressure on elected officials to get that done. So that said, what I would encourage you all to think a little bit about in the meeting that you're about to have is, what are some events, what are some opportunities over the course of the months of January, February, where you could get folks to take action on Education for All. What are either organizations you're a part of, organizations we could possibly present to? Are there any events happening in CBUS that would allow us to be able to get actions? I would say the second thing is, think about what goals do you have as a group for the following year. What do you want your teams to look like? What do you think you're going to have to do in order to achieve that? What are some events that you know for sure that you would want to do again? So in this case, ComFest, the various farmers markets, what is it that you want to do again in this year? And then we can come back together and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. What else would we like to do as we go through the planning process? January, the first week of January, I'm going to be reaching out to all the CDLs to map out catalytic goals for the year, actions for the year, and to do some longer term planning. That's something we're doing as an organization with all of our leaders. And so, I will reach out to all of you once I hear back from the meeting tonight about times that we can get together. And I'm actually thinking if all of you would be free the Thursday, the first week of January. So not the week of Christmas, not New Year's, but the week after that. I believe it starts on the 2nd. That would be great, and we can map that out together as a team at that time. So really the next quarter is get the toolkit, read it, know it, January, February, do the meetings. March 8th, International Women's Day. So, building a team's not easy. I'm certainly going to be available in January and February to help you go through that process. You'll have the toolkit to be able to give an overview of how to do it. And then additionally, Stephanie, if you can send me the spreadsheet of the folks that who've been active, that would be great. And I'm going to cross-check that against the list that I have of folks in the area. So just to make sure there's none that you're missing. That maybe I just didn't get to you. So I would double check that. Other folks that we potentially organize with, think about who are your friends, who are your family, who are the people you're able to activate. Think about what are organizations based in Columbus that would potentially be good to get connected to. I know that there's certainly no shortage of organizations that do good works in the city who maybe we could present to or get connected with. So in through your discussion, just brainstorm, think about some of those ideas. And as far as those things, any questions you have, do send it to me in email. I would say the last thing is the Power Summit from my standpoint right now. And Stephanie and Carol, I think you're good to go. I emailed you. Sheila, there's still some issues with your application. I'll email you about that tomorrow, and we can get that resolved. But do know that I'm working on that, and hopefully we can get that taken care of in the next few days. I'm mostly offline starting. This is actually one of the last things I was going to do before going on vacation. Unfortunately, my wife is sick, so I need to watch the kiddo. And as you all, a lot of you know, I think Stephanie's a parent, Carol's a parent. I don't know, Sheila, if you have kids or not, but it's sometimes a little bit unpredictable. And I still love him, but I definitely think it would have been a challenge to have him, crying while I'm trying to talk to you guys. So that said, just thanks so much for all your support, all the work that you do. Really take, in the meeting tonight, take notes on questions that you all have, support that you feel you need. And then, as far as travel to Ohio in January, if you could all just reconfirm, first and second week are definitely out of the question for me, but the third and fourth week are possible. I'm getting the new targets in terms of legislative targets from our government relations team here shortly. And so that'll give me a good idea of areas to focus on, and then we can map out travel together and get together in the beginning of the new year. So again, just thanks for all you do, and I look forward to talking with you all soon, and look forward to hearing how the meeting tonight goes. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.